this is that theatre mode. I just thought I'd pick it up and see what it actually does, and I'll try and have a look at some of the gameplay that you were doing, see if I can pick up any pointers or anything. I don't know which game this is that we played. I just picked one completely at random, thinking that we'd all be in it. So, okay, well, I don't know what that is. So you can cycle through here. Well, there I am. There's a good tip to get up on the wing quickly there. And there you are. Okay, so biggest problem I'm seeing here is that you're moving completely away from the hard point. So that's just timing there. So if you're getting shot back, I probably wouldn't have thrown the grenade there, but that's easy to do. So you can see we're all grouped there, all together. So I'm waiting for the next hard point now. So you can see on the map there's a white square. That's where the hard point is going to be. So I can see now that people are spawning behind you by looking at the map. Okay, so there's one thing that you're definitely pulling your trigger way too early there, and it's actually slowing your movement down. Now it all comes down to preference, but I wouldn't be using the big sights because they take up too much screen and they slow you down even more when you're firing. So okay, so you know someone's in the yellow container. It's a good position. Now you can move straight into where I am there, so we've got 3 people now. So technically, if there wasn't a like, just drop in your mine, very good. If you look at your mini-map now, you'll see there's someone behind you. And straight across the other side of the map. Yeah. So it's probably a little bit of mini-map awareness that you just need to keep an eye on, because it would it'll give you a bit more of a clue. And the other thing is there's a guy in B&Q there that you've just run past. B&Q is the MDF board, so you're on the point, which is great. One looking the other way. So with a situation like that, particularly on hard point, if you've got somebody covering an angle, you would be better staying the other side of the hard point there and covering the other side. Okay, so you see all our blues are looking the same way. That's a good cover. Okay, they're all behind you now. So yeah, again, just keep an eye on your mini-map as well. The movement there, while it's good to be slow and careful, that was so slow that you allowed everyone to catch up behind you, and because they were already behind you, you was less likely to run into someone ahead of you. That's it, good grenade. Okay, that's just timing. That's nothing there. It's just one of them things. Okay, so again on the mini map there. Good shooters. Yeah. There was actually a lot of blues, so they'd come through. So where the hard point is, they're going to try and challenge from the back there because it's in the corner. But that's just something to learn. Didn't go charging in though. That was good. There's one on the left there. So that was just good positioning from them. So when you walk in, there's this is very easy to do, but like when you're looking out at the front plane. In fact, one second, I'll just go back there a little bit. So I think I've gone too far. So it was after this, yeah. So you go up on the plane. So this is a dangerous area because you've got 4 ways to cover there. So that. So that's just aiming, that's fine. But here, you see how now, I'll just pause it. So if anyone's there to the right, you haven't covered this off, and because you're moving so slowly, the chances of someone sneaking up at the side. So you're still looking, and even here, if you look where your reticule stays now, if someone pops up top of that plane to come up them stairs, you've still got to move your reticule over there and get them aimed. So look, still off, and up. So if I just pause it there, because of the way you was just moving towards the top of the stairs there, you actually gave yourself an extra challenge of someone did come up the stairs, but you didn't have your aim ready. So if your reticule is always already pointing at that doorway where you think they might come from, and then you pull your trigger to aim or fire, that takes out all of that other movement to try and get on target, and you'll find that you'll pick up a lot more kills. So it is important just to keep an eye on that little white dot. So you can see there the skulls on the screen. That means that there's a lot of people. The guys just literally run across in front of you. That's it. And the guy below the wing. Yeah. It's these things that when you watch them back, you just don't see them in real time. There's a guy just to the right there. So I don't think I'll jump back. It kind of seems to be doing these really big jumps. It won't play for some reason. Okay, is this back or is this forward? Oh no, this is okay. So as you go up here, you get contested by someone on our own team. So that is Joe firing. So you have a firefight with Joe, who's on your team, and look at the mini-map now. There's a pink dot right on top of you, just to the right there. So even at this point, if you'd have glanced at that mini-map, you'd have been aware. When you go through here, it says me. Dead. So, like, you do give yourself a better chance there of picking up that kill, or at least kind of going, I'm not running up there. So, I think that reticule, just watch where it's pointing when you're walking around the map. And then secondly, just keep an eye on that mini-map. So, because we know where the hard point is, they're going to challenge. Loads of gunfire from the back or the left. They're going to try and get round behind you now to try and retake the hard point because we have it. So you spawned at the back, so that's telling us that they're going to be coming from in front of you or to the left. So that's it. So chances are they'll be coming down the plane and across. So even though it's tricky, you need to use the mini-map, particularly on hardpoint. You get a better indication of where someone's likely to be, purely on where the hardpoint is and which way they will be coming around to try and kill you. It's just gas. So this one's hard. You can see that it's under the plane. So it's a hard one to read because it's in the middle of the map. But because you know you've spawned this side of the map, you're either going to be under the plane or coming from Finn's side of the plane. Oh. There you go. So you can see one of our guys pushing onto the hard point now. So there you go. There was a cross there. Points move back to over to the left. There's someone to your right there if you check the mini-map. So they'll probably come up or under the plane because the hard point's the other side of the map. So you can see we're all to the left, so the chances are they're going to come from that way. That guy just ran through a yellow container there. That's why you've got to be careful, because they would be coming from behind you or the back because of where we spawned. But that's just things to learn. So they have the hard point now, so chances are they're going to be there. I'm just slightly to the right now. There, if you've not got a shot, you're actually giving away your position there as well. So just stay out of the way now. You've still got your red. Keep your health. That's it. Play your life. Nice. There you go. Behind you. So there's nothing you could do there. You just didn't have. We was all dead and died out. So but that was much more. Thing. You didn't rush in, you let your health come back, you got your aim up, came out and you won the battle. You're just firing a bit earlier, so you'd have been better to take your time, making sure your aim was on and then pulling the trigger, because those few shots there that you missed, there's a good chance that technically he could have been alerted, you'd have turned around and then he would have got the kill. Whereas if you'd have taken that split second more just to make sure your aim was on and then pulled the trigger, you'd be guaranteed the kill. It's almost like going, hey, I'm over here, and giving them a chance. So easy to do in the heat of the moment, but there we go.